Do you remember what happened back in 2008? Well, if not, let me refresh that memory of yours.
We're down 1.7% here, a loss of 37 points or so. Apple shares are just getting hammered this morning.
We're down by between 3 and 4.5% generally across these markets. Let's talk about the speed with which we are watching this market deteriorate. We're red everywhere, essentially, down by 4-5%.
We're down over 16%. Dow at the same time has fallen about 18%.
The stock market is now down 21%.
Because we're now down 43%.
What in the world is happening on Wall Street?
Now that's a valid question. What in the world is going on? So I recently came across video clips of the 2008 stock market crash. The video itself was dated back in 2008, and once I took a look at the recent replies, I noticed that it was trending on a lot of other people's feeds. Do you think the YouTube algorithm is trying to tell us something? Well, it got me thinking. Let me put my spin on the question of, should I invest now or wait for the next stock market crash? Before I do so, let's tune back in and listen to the emotional vibes that are going on during the chaos.
It was the worst day on Wall Street since the crash of 1987.
From the financial capital of the world, the opening bell is going to ring in 5 seconds, and to be honest with you, we wish it wouldn't.
Traders here working the phone say a lot of their customers are freaked out, waiting to see how low the Dow will go. They're focused on the Dow.
You're seeing just broad-based declines across all of the major technology sectors. Apple's under pressure, Yahoo down 8.5%, Cisco 6.5%, Research in Motion 10%.
And we're not getting the bid wanted. We're not getting the stop trading, and we see where the buyers are. We're just every day they're pounding it.
The heightened financial turmoil that we have experienced of late may well lengthen the period of weak economic performance and further increase the risk to growth.
Can't look at it after you buy it because it's so horrible.
We haven't seen anything like this probably since the Great Depression.
This was 1 week, Maria. This market took 5 years to go higher. It's now down 40%.
What started in America last year has now spread to every part of the world.
Not only did the housing market affect the stock market, it also affected the world markets as well. How would you react if your portfolio stock lost almost 40%? Let me know what your reactions would be in the comments below. I'd be curious to see what you guys think. Just in the first couple of clips, we've heard words of worst day ever, freaked out, under pressure, risk to growth. This is so horrible. Words like this. Craziness. Let's not stop there. Let's continue on and see what other reactions there are.
We're down 9% today. The Xetra DAX over in Frankfurt is down by 9%. The Paris market down by 9%. Austria, which was briefly suspended earlier on in the day, is down by nearly 11%.
This market is as volatile as you'll ever see.
Traders saying this is the craziest day they have ever seen in these markets. Veteran traders saying they've never seen anything like it. The movement in oil prices so fast, so furious.
Cicero was right. We're in the last days of this country surviving. And how in the world can we find the billions of dollars that we're borrowing from China and Japan?
We are just seconds to go until the start of trading at the New York Stock Exchange, and stocks are set to kick off lower, a whole lot lower.
This could be the most serious recession in decades. And that means life, as most Americans know it, is about to change, in some cases dramatically.
Alrighty, now back to the main question of should we invest now or wait for the next stock market crash? To help answer this question, I'm going to refer to this chart here from an article written by Michael Batnick. If you're interested in reading the article, what I will do is I'll put a link in the description below. And all the other video clips that you see in this video, I'll also put the sources in the description below as well. So looking at this chart, you'll realize that there are so many reasons to sell at any given time throughout the last decade. This chart is from 2009 all the way up to December 2019. Now, if you review all of the reasons to sell here that Michael Batnick highlights, you'll come to the realization that news can be very misleading. Imagine you were holding on to shares of stock and you came across a headline that read the U.S. government was shutting down, right, in 2013-14, around that time. What are you going to do? Are you going to start selling your shares? How about most recently, back in 2018, at the end of the year, the Dow had its biggest point decline ever. Is that a time that you were going to sell out and get out of the market? Also, if you're waiting off and you're not invested now, how long are you going to wait? What signals are you going to look for until you start purchasing shares of companies that you've fully researched and really truly believe in. Looking at this chart, you may have gotten out back in 2018 when the stock market was down almost 19%. I know some people, they've been waiting for this stock market crash since 2013, 14, 15. They just constantly continue to read the news, read the headlines, and think this is it. This is the one. This is the stock market crash, and I'm going to get out of the market. And I'm going to start investing in the market right when it's at its bottom. Now let's take a look at this chart. This chart indicates the overall performance of the stock market dating back to 1946. What do you see? Well, I know what I see. I see a lot more empty blocks than red blocks. The red blocks on this chart indicate that there was a correction of some kind or a crash of some kind, whereas the empty blocks indicate an upward movement in the stock market. You see, I'm a long-term investor, and what that means is I'm in it for the long haul. I don't care about the short-term swings up and down. I'm a believer of the upward trend long-term, as you can see from this chart from 1946 of the overall market. It trends upward, and it will always trend upward if you believe in the United States and the American economy overall. And because of this reason, that's why when the stock market goes down, I end up purchasing more shares as if there was a discount at a local store. For example, if I go to Nike and I really like a pair of shoes, right? And I was going into the store knowing that I was going to be paying $100. When I get there, I notice a sign on the wall and it says 40% off. Well, guess what? I'm a happy camper. I might even buy 2 pairs of shoes now because things are on sale. That's how I look upon the stock market. If there's a sale of a company that you really truly believe in long term, that's buying opportunity for you. Instead, a lot of Americans, they do this.
All right, Jerome. Open the doors.
And they also do this. And how about this one? I heard TVs were on sale 60%. Can't beat a jacket for $10 at Victoria's Secret. And to recap, nobody really knows when the next crash will occur. Look at the bigger picture. There are always buying opportunities in the grand scheme of things. Do you truly know when the top will arrive? Bears have been calling the top for 10 years now. People want quick results and have no patience. What I learned over the last 10 years of investing in the stock market, patience is definitely key to success and to grow your stock portfolio. To end, I created this channel to consistently track, share, and document my personal finance and investment journey, starting once again at $0. If you watched episode 2, I invested my first $100 in Fiverr. I bought 4 shares, followed by this episode, episode 3, I actually ended up purchasing another 4 shares to dollar cost average my cost basis to $24.50. Now I have 8 shares of Fiverr and my total account value is $202.47. Look out for future videos and my explanation of why I went forward with Fiverr International. Thanks again for watching this video. As always, this video should not be construed as investment advice or recommendations to buy or sell any stocks. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.